In this video, we're going to talk about something very important: how the words you use at the doctor's office can quietly hurt your health. Many older adults don't realize it, but simple phrases and habits, things you may have been saying for years, can actually stop you from getting the care you really need. Doctors depend on your words to guide their decisions, and if those words are vague, too polite, or dismissive, the result can be missed warning signs and delayed treatment. Almost every senior has done this at some point. Maybe you didn't want to complain, or you thought it was just a normal part of aging. But the truth is, these habits can make your health more complicated than it needs to be. The good news is, once you know what to avoid, you can make small changes that will help you live stronger, safer, and with more confidence in every appointment. Stay with me, because we're going to uncover 5 of the most common mistakes seniors make when talking to their doctors. By the end, you'll know exactly how to avoid them and how to speak in a way that gets you the right care at the right time. And before we dive in, let me ask you, have you ever left the doctor's office feeling like you didn't explain yourself fully? If yes, type yes in the comments below, and also share which state you're watching from. I'd love to know where you're joining us from today. Now, let's get started with the first mistake. Mistake number 1, saying "I'm fine" when you're not. One of the most common phrases seniors use at the doctor's office is "I'm fine." On the surface, it sounds polite, respectful, and easy. But in reality, it can be one of the most harmful things you can say. When you tell your doctor you're fine, even while you're struggling with pain, fatigue, or troubling symptoms, they often take you at your word and move on. That means important warning signs are missed, and you lose the chance for early treatment that could make a big difference. Why does this happen? For many older adults, it comes from a lifetime of habits. You don't want to sound like a complainer. You don't want to bother anyone. Many grew up in a time when toughness was admired and health issues were kept private. But here's the truth. The doctor's job is to help you, and they can only do that if they know what's really happening. When you hold back, you tie their hands and limit the care you receive. Let me give you an example. There was a woman named Eleanor, age 77, who always told her doctor she was fine. What she didn't mention were the dizzy spells and chest pressure she felt almost daily. By the time she finally admitted the truth, her condition had advanced to a stage that required long treatment and months of recovery. If she had spoken up sooner, the outcome would have been much easier. The ugly truth is this: saying "I'm fine" may feel polite, but it can quietly steal years of good health. Being honest is not complaining, it is protecting your life. When you share openly, you give your doctor the tools they need to keep you safe, strong, and independent. Mistake number 2, saying "it's just old age." Another phrase many seniors fall back on is "it's just old age." Aches, stiffness, memory lapses, or changes in sleep often get brushed off with these words. It may feel like a simple way to explain things, but it can be dangerous. Not every pain or change in your body is simply a part of getting older. Sometimes these are early warning signs of conditions that can be treated or managed if they are caught in time. The problem is that when you dismiss everything as aging, your doctor may do the same. If you say "it's just age," they may assume nothing can be done, and opportunities for prevention or treatment are lost. This habit often comes from fear. Many older adults would rather believe it's natural aging than face the possibility of a serious illness. Others grew up watching parents and grandparents silently accept suffering as part of getting older, and they carry that same belief. But here's the truth. Your doctor's role is to separate what is normal from what is dangerous. When you say "it's just old age," you take away their chance to do that for you. Take Henry, a 74-year-old man who told his doctor that the chest pressure he felt was probably just age catching up with him. He ignored it until the pain grew worse. When he was finally tested, doctors found heart disease that could have been treated earlier with far fewer risks. That delay cost him a long recovery and lasting weakness. The ugly truth is that dismissing your symptoms as old age doesn't make you strong. It makes you vulnerable. Give your doctor the full picture. Let them decide whether it's normal aging or something that needs attention. That small shift in how you speak can protect your health and give you more years of independence. Mistake number 3, saying, "I don't want to bother you." It's common for seniors to walk into the doctor's office feeling like they're taking up too much time. Many start with words like, "I don't want to bother you," or "I know you're busy." While this may come from good manners, it often works against you. When you make your problems sound small, your doctor may assume they're not serious, and important health issues can be overlooked. This habit comes from years of putting others first. Many older adults were raised to respect authority and avoid making demands. It may feel polite to downplay your needs, but in the doctor's office, politeness can cost you answers and treatment. A medical appointment is your time. You've earned the right to use it fully, and your concerns are just as important as anyone else's. Think of Walter, a 70-year-old man who ignored his nightly heartburn because he felt it wasn't worth bothering his doctor. He suffered in silence for months until the problem grew worse and tests revealed a serious digestive condition. What began as a small overlooked symptom turned into something that required major treatment. If Walter had spoken up earlier, the issue could have been addressed quickly and with less stress. The ugly truth is that dismissing your symptoms as old age doesn't make you strong. It makes you vulnerable. Give your doctor the full picture. Let them decide whether it's normal aging or something that needs attention. That small shift in how you speak can protect your health and give you more years of independence. Remember, your well-being is never a burden. The more openly you speak, the better your care will be. Mistake number 4, saying, "You're the doctor, you decide." Many seniors believe they're showing trust and respect when they say, "You're the doctor, you decide." On the surface, it sounds polite, but the danger is that it removes your voice from the conversation. Doctors may have the medical knowledge, but you are the one living with the results of every treatment, test, or medication. When you hand over all control, you risk ending up with a plan that doesn't fit your lifestyle, your comfort, or even your values. This habit is rooted in the way many older adults were raised. In the past, doctors were seen as unquestionable authorities, and it felt rude to challenge them or even ask too many questions. But today, good healthcare works like a partnership. Your doctor brings expertise, but you bring experience. Only you know how something feels in your body, what you can tolerate, and what matters most to you. Let's take Helen, an 82-year-old woman who told her doctor to decide everything for her. She was prescribed a medication that left her weak and dizzy, making daily life difficult. She suffered in silence because she didn't want to seem ungrateful or difficult. Months later, she finally spoke up and her doctor adjusted her treatment. Almost immediately, she felt stronger and more comfortable. Her care only improved once she shared her perspective. The lesson is clear. Doctors are guides, not dictators. They can recommend, explain, and advise, but the final choice should always include your input. Saying, "You're the doctor, you decide," may sound respectful, but it leaves your needs out of the picture. Instead, ask questions, share concerns, and make sure the plan feels right for you. That way, you and your doctor work together, and you get care that truly supports your life. Mistake number 5, saying, "It's nothing, forget it. Perhaps the most damaging phrase seniors use at the doctor's office is, "It's nothing, forget it." Many people say this when they feel embarrassed, when they think the problem is too small, or when they fear sounding foolish. On the surface, it feels like brushing something off, but in reality, it can close the door on getting the help you need. What feels minor today could be the very clue that prevents a serious problem tomorrow. Why does this happen? Often, it's about protecting yourself from fear. By dismissing a symptom, you avoid the worry of hearing bad news. For others, it's about pride. Admitting to a problem can feel like admitting weakness. But this silence comes at a high cost. Doctors can only work with the information you give them. If you shut down a conversation with "forget it," you may miss the chance to catch an issue early, when treatment is easier and recovery is faster. Take Raymond, a 75-year-old who noticed bleeding gums but brushed it off as nothing. Months later, he was diagnosed with gum disease that had already spread, affecting his ability to eat and his overall health. If he had mentioned it right away, a simple treatment would have fixed the issue. Instead, it became painful and complicated. The hard truth is that no concern is too small. Every ache, change, or unusual symptom tells your doctor something important about your health. By refusing to minimize or dismiss these signals, you give yourself the best chance to stay strong and independent. So the next time you're tempted to say, "It's nothing, forget it," stop yourself. Your body is speaking to you, and your doctor is there to listen. Let them help you before small problems turn into bigger ones. We've talked about 5 habits that seem small but can have a big impact on your health. These everyday phrases may feel polite or normal, but they often close doors instead of opening them. The reality is simple. Doctors rely on the details you share. When you minimize, dismiss, or hand over control, you reduce their ability to guide you toward the right care. The encouraging part is this: changing the way you speak doesn't require anything complicated. It's about being clear, honest, and willing to share what you truly feel. Your input shapes the plan your doctor makes with you. Without it, important pieces of the puzzle are missing. With it, you give yourself the best chance to stay independent, comfortable, and strong. Think of your next appointment as a conversation, not a one-sided visit. Prepare ahead by writing down symptoms, questions, or concerns, no matter how small they seem. Use your time fully. It belongs to you. And remember, being direct is not complaining. It's giving your doctor the information they need to support you. As you reflect on this, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these mistakes do you recognize in yourself? And more importantly, what small change will you make the next time you sit down with your doctor? Share your answer in the comments and let us know which state you're watching from. We'd truly enjoy seeing where our community is tuning in. If today's video gave you something useful to think about, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or loved one. Your support helps us continue creating content that empowers seniors to take control of their health and live with more confidence every single day.